Welcome to official SL TV channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my video and press the red button. Please help me to share my video.
Me famulem, una good evening, una good afternoon, or una good morning. This na una program again, Saloon Cashbox. Me famulem, today na the 20th of January 2025. Salon people, I know it's a bit late na my side, but you know, I just want to rub more quick on this audit report, Parliament, and the ACC, the anti-corruption. You see, Salon people, please, una learn for pay attention. Una learn for pay attention. You know, Salon people, these politicians, they don't weigh we. They don't test we. They don't really weigh we. They know how much and how
This
far
one that
we can
big
think.
problem.
You see, when I listen, you know, and I'm not done for listening, mate. I'll finish. I just say my car rub much quick. My give una taster, you know, my just, you know, make una lick the thick spoon, you know, put una finger there and lick them and see if it's salt to na the soup. You see, Salon people, God. All I can say, una learn for pay attention. Be attentive. Focus on the real issues na Salon.
So I don't know you were lying.
You know, my family, the game where then they play, not a serious game. You know why make, you know, Parliament, the PSC committee, where, you know, Tawa Conte, the head, na Parliament, and, you know, Francis Benkafala in the fet. Because the more they take responsibility for it, the more then they get more chappings. Because if like Parliament take control of them, they want them where they name them and ministries them where they name them. They inside the audit report, they get way for can lock them out them, give them more job. You see, Salon people, look, these guys, they're not serious. It goes back. Let me just make this clear and plain. Again, if we not pay attention and listen to people where they educate now over the years and recently, Ibrahim do an audio where he say, if we Parliament was well functioning, be the operate proper one, we don't need anti-corruption. We don't need them. Some people look across the world. Across the world. Developed nations them. Una see the Nepal nonsense they anti-corruption. Because parliaments they summon anybody. Parliament. So you see, now there is a clash. Francis Benkafala want to take control. Tawa Conte in the rogue parliament. They're all two self now rogue. Because now rogue president puts them there. They're all two the feds now. They're all the feds for supremacy. Because whoever take up that role, you don't get soap. Whether na fan soap, na imperial leather, na soda soap, na Thai soap, na black soap, na in that's no more. They use sapo, don't get soap. You know, the people are they listen to their comedian they are. I can't but just laugh and vex. But the way I can try for protect myself with salon issue, now for laugh. Because if I fall a salon trouble, trust me, you know, I will die before me turn
So I don't know you were lying.
with stress. You know, in a waiting tower they do so, if not legal parliament and if not serious parliament, now them for take the responsibility. Let we say self anti-corruption exists in a salon. Because as far as me concerned, we don't need anti-corruption commission if parliament they function properly. We don't need them. Now we say self anti-corruption day. Now parliament for do the investigation and then call on the ACC for do a further investigation or prosecution. In fact, parliament don't even need them for do a prosecution because parliament itself na court. And then self it do a prosecution. According to Tawa, listener, briefly, I begin listening. You see, salon people, we get a bunch of mediocres them. We una all they clap for thinking that this guy then get waiting it take for change salon. You see,
This one a big
salon,
problem.
but when you talk there, you just then go just feel say you want to be arrogant. Oh, now you know all thing and all that thing. That guy there, you not get a clue. At least in one way, I think then they actually kind of like, you know, interview, I don't know, the manager or whoever it is or it was, but then they interview in a parliament, I think of is this Zudlab or whatever they call it, like a company, Zudlab or whatever, where then they interview them about, you know, the money where they pay and all that thing. First of all, like the money, the tax they were then due and the way they don't agree pay, and then the man the guy for explain to them say, oh, there were other things them where they net off with the tax we been due na salon. And by the way, na normal practice. It's a normal practice. However, maybe there were specific laws. So I don't go back them. But however, like this society where we did so, there were tax system where you they make tax deduct you they deduct certain expenses them before you actually pay the net amount over to HMRC or like the inland revenue, the IR or whatever they call it now America. So it's a normal practice. And then it's just thinking before I talk about that, salon people. You see, when they listen, the anti-corruption boss, then they read the paper, them say, oh, withholding taxes not paid to NRA, these taxes not paid. Someone must ask the question, what's in the structure? You know, maybe since I go call somebody. I don't call him name before, but maybe since I will call him and ask him what is the normal practice before I come and do like an extensive discussion here. Because one must ask the question, say for instance, Ministry of Education, their salaries, because then they talk about, oh, withholding tax.
Official
Within withholding
SLTV
tax,
channel.
just simply, the word withholding. In other words, you kind of like the all money on behalf of somebody. Now that's a mean. So in other words, like, you know, like the PAYE, where like most of the time now withholding tax, you know, like like they consider like NI, withholding tax, even sometimes, although pension auto tax, but they withhold the money on behalf of the employees, them, and then we contribute to their pension fund. So many things then the way you withhold, when you deduct from the person in salary, and then you pay them to who that you for pay them to. Salon people, so one must ask the question. So, like when somebody they work, for instance, the Ministry of Education, like if they say the tax rate for pay on in salary na 10%, let me say then they pay 1 million. If I pay tax of 10%, like the Ministry of Education, they deduct 100,000 from a 1 million, then give 900,000. So Ministry of Education, they withhold 100,000 when they pay to NIA. I hope that makes sense, some people. So that way, 900,000 now waiting they pay to the person. It could it's not just like the tax, it could be the social security or whatever way for go to NASIT and all that thing. But one must ask the question, and we need to understand the structure. Who side the payment they come out from? Who side the payments they come out from? Is it that, like when the accountant general, they issue the money for Ministry of Education, they get 10 staffs. The accountant general office, then they send the gross
This
payment.
one,
In other words, if the person is salary in
a
1
big,
million
big
before the
problem.
tax sum, is the accountant general sending the 1 million over to Ministry of Basic Education, or then actually just the wire directly to like the person with the person account directly? We do not know until we establish that fact. And if that's the case, salon people and government workers, and I get it. Now, sorry for operate, they send the gross payment over to them. But we need to establish that fact first. For no, Uda, and I understand, because if the Auditor General says so, then it means it look like I said the gross amount actually they be paid over to them. One ask the question then, for the whole year, what's been going on? Because they must do like a regular balance sheet reconciliation. And what in the NIA been on they do over the years for make sure say, because not a month, like Naya, like some people I make those approvals like every month. Grace. In fact, the interest, they charge you interest straight away from day one. They tell you, say, after the month end, by the 21st or whatever, you must pay over your withholding taxes. Grace. And within the NRA they do. So we must establish that fact. The accountant general or whoever they disburse that money, waiting they pay over to these ministries, departments, and agencies. Is it the gross amount? Or when they don't calculate everything, the net amount? And if that is the case, and then they see and say, this issue they arise from donkey years where I read audit report, this issue they arise, why haven't they changed the pattern wherein you just calculate your tax, calculate the net where the person forget, let's just transfer the money over to you, the net amount. So all you do, pay the person the net amount, and we go transfer the money simply to NIA. Full stop. There were so many ways to mitigate for stop that rubbish thing. So many ways. So many ways. But you see that they create loopholes for the people in these ministries for making money. You see, some people oh God. Papa God. You know, salon a country where we need serious like overhaul. I'm not kidding. I didn't joke. We need serious overhaul. President Kaifala, they talk about, oh, the tax not paid. The office of, wait a second. Some people, I will play, when I do a detailed analysis of this, I will play like, you see, I think the 2021 audit report where he gets an interview, I will play one side and they say, where he come to the office of the president, and now how in tone don't change, how in the talk don't change. Some people, all Francis Ben Kaifala they try for do, they create this image now for that MCC money. And don't make no mistake, now for that MCC money. It's all about the MCC money for create the image. Let's say that they fight corruption. They know me now. God. And me, I can tell for talk. Because when you talk them thing there, like you either they go be labeled as you want to make like I say na Isabi or and you cannot stop for the waiting me sabi for make her explain and to una. Una see me they talk about for go operate pussy. I can't. All this dyke bobo they do now for brag, they lie powder. First of all, you see, all over the years, what we don't tell you, what Ibrahim tell you quite recently about, you say we get a functioning, parliament, we don't need anti-corruption. Now, when I don't see the clash between here and Honorable Tawa, they're clashing. Because you want to go buy a case. If anything, let me assume say we need anti-corruption. Now, parliament for call on a service. But you see the Obella business between the Yagi where Tawadis they use like a powerful adjective about them. They say dangerously educated. Now, this is all like you can't give it. It's San Francisco Kaifala dangerously educated. Now this is all like you know it. Now this is all like you know it. Full enough with education. The education of me not see them. I don't see them at all. With everything we salon get, they cannot use the education. But when they get it, they say they educate. Look what's in there they talk. All of these things, then whether they complain for so. All of these things. I've been not telling you I say the audit report until we are not put on me multiple. Because the credibility, respect where people have get for the audit report, I don't on toilet paper. I don't even toilet roll because it's toilet roll ain't better a posh small. No, like me toilet roll there. Salon bag, who pass something. Salon people I don't want to be rude, but when they use them pit toilets there. Hey, cement paper or you they use as toilet roll. Newspaper or you they use. Now this make like them paper the way people like have paper or you they use. You use the red paper over I don't mean for be rude or nasty. But you the red paper over like gold, you just toast that. You don't know if the paper no. I would have original of open them. Lord gracious, you don't know if the paper don't play. You don't see paper number, you just start. You go use that toilet. What's going to come with that one? Hey, now God nine keep we. Anyways, I love people ever. Oh my God, that side they just cross me a number. But me people in a salon. On a serious note, this salon. Hey, now I been tell people them. I been talk to somebody there where I been talk. Donald Trump say he want to go buy Greenland. Donald Trump, yeah, you know go fence salon, may you buy them for we. Buy now we on. Yeah, can buy salon. Because we not serious. Hey, before Mother Bio continue for rule this country, before that Donald Trump go buy them. Like some power I dey tell una salon people them, if we get small penny chance, and I don't tell una something to not to work at the work look for. Me, I just want to be advisor safe to anybody. If salon no change, this me papa, my mama can say, bitch can that rest now me back. Or my mama can say, put rest now ground for me, make say dog kite am. Salon people, when I say these things, I say them with all sincerity and honesty. Salon people, I get waiting it take for change salon. Hey, I don't pass the breadth and depth and length of this finance world. Make no mistake, I have. I don't try you. Don't try being so. I first begin work as, accountant in 2005, 2004, 2005, I believe. 20 years span. And trust me, man don't try. So a man that get bored, I get all the plan and know how for the get bored. Believe me on this, salon people. Una believe me on this. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. And God. When you talk about these things, people are just like talk no. So but we not on UN we want. Hey, I don't tell you UN. Una for one after people within the UN because all the mentality now how for apply for grants, how for go to UN forget apply for donation rights project. That's all they do. Get people with commercialized brain. Una look at Donald Trump. I see people in the talk Samunga Kamara, not so original APC, not so this, not so that. Donald Trump, he don't go Democrat, he don't go Republican, he don't even open like another party, fresh party in New York. He don't pass all side in America. But if they get vision, what's wrong with him vision? And trust me, when they don't get power so today. Una wait. That one day, the economic policies they're so powerful. Believe me. I followed this guy over the 4 years. Now COVID, now I make a lost election because it not been taken too serious. The economic policies them are top notch. Believe me, salon people. Una find people we get commercialized brain. Not to them want them certain and go work na UN or na go put somebody 20 years in no work like na drag no more be there. What do they know about turning salon to fall? I mean, talk to somebody, they tell me, say, the revenue. Hey, any government or person or individual, we want to start for draw budget from salon based on like the revenue where salon they get. That person they fail. Revenue, not to budget. Hey, revenue. If it just be the last thing what would they remember, what would they get from the budget? I want to say this, they're going to say the extreme. The budget for think about the welfare of the people first. And when you think about the welfare of the people, it bring investment, it attract revenue. The tax basis in a salon no be. We don't use 1% of the tax base in a salon. So why do you worry about revenue? If you worry about that straight away, at the start of your feelings. Believe me on this, salon people. Believe me on this. Especially when you get for come to government. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. When you come to government, what's that the overarching, like the overall thing we would look at? What's in the attract investment? What's in the attract revenue? Revenue now thing where they come out from like the welfare of the people, the investment. Revenue not even in Katima, number one. What would attract when you think about the health? You think about the energy, you think about the water, you think about the social welfare of the people, you think about the stability of the country, then you begin to think about revenue. Let it not be your primary focus, or else you fail from ground zero. Some people I would drill down into the audit report. I don't want to talk about it. But you see, because of the nonsense where they talk, yeah, they get misplaced priority. They don't get clue. It's our the Francis Ben Kaifala. Now that's no more ribi robo. Ribi robo. That's why yawa. When you talk there, people are going to say you
So
do
we're
that.
gonna listen
Okay.
and share.
Nakabo. These things that they say, they are practical. Now, in they make them country, they are succeed. Who's are we there? Now, in they make them succeed. I don't tell you that the number one thing in a salon we're missing, where they cost with in a confidence. When we draw a budget based on confidence, it would never fail. Never ever fail. Now, Jesus or Muhammad, they would never fail us. If you focus on confidence. Please, I'm not trying to compare, Jesus and Muhammad in terms of like salon. It's a metaphor, if I should say. Keep focus, salon people. Keep focus and willing for land. Salon people, because I do this audio quite late today. No program. Salon Cashbox. And God bless you now. And I get a very good evening. Thank you very much for listening. And thanks, for sharing. Really, really appreciate you now. Sometimes when I can see people in the share, we audio there, I can say, hey, God, una thank you. And your great birthday tomorrow. Yeah, your birthday tomorrow. If I don't do audio, but I'm sure I'll do audio. The dangerous woman, the dangerous lady. And I make AKK and Abdul Kagbo then shut up. Them big fools in there. Liars, criminals. Anyway, I think them business of Yahweh my girlfriend as well. Salon. Family, I'm gonna take care and una tata. Thank you very much.